We don't show prep. So, so he had no idea.
I just barely make it in.
I'm sure you can tell, but we don't show prep.
I mean, let's put the cards down on the table here.
Miami Hurricanes, yeah. You know the name already. It's Mercy, ha ha. It's a 6-Rig Kane show. Can't forget the name though. Got Jazz, Blue, Vish, and DJ break the game code. Ain't no changing them, ain't no breaking them. Real Portland live from the Hard Rock Stadium. Ball 14 for the orange and green. We see the 6-Rig champs. It's more than a dream. This is life on the field. Beyond 100 yards, a hurricane that's never still put a damage to your squad. The 6-Rig Kane show. The 6-Rig Kane show. The 6 Rings Kane show. You know.
What's wrong with us? Seriously.
What's wrong with us? We're Miami Hurricanes fans.
Welcome to the 6 Rings Kane Show, a show dedicated to Miami Hurricane sports, featuring the legendary Larry Bluestein, Jazz Santana, Vish, and Danny Gillette. Let's go Canes.
Welcome back, everybody. And I see that I still look like I'm in America's Most Wanted here, so bear with me.
Yeah, you're hiding from the picture you're about to make. You don't want people to get possible deniability if it goes wrong.
Don't worry. If anything, they'll come at me for being too homerish. All right, unlike the two over to my left. Jesus. Anyways.
Hey, I mean, Jazz, you hit from a Boston trip, so I mean,
Right.
Yeah. There's a reason why Vish is my favorite now, but
I deserve that.
That was inevitably going to happen one way.
I deserve that. It's my bad. I mean, we still won 2 out of 3, so I'll take that. Yeah. Before we get started, we got a jam-packed show today. I'm really excited about today's show.
I think this might be my favorite show of the year.
Yep, me too.
Absolutely.
Optimism. We haven't lost a game yet.
Everybody's healthy.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, right. But it's prediction night. It's prediction night as we give away our predictions for the season this year for the Miami Hurricanes as they get set to take on Notre Dame in 13 days, Vish. Only 13 days left, man.
Oof.
We're almost there. We are almost there. But who's counting?
We have one more show after tonight. Blue, you're on the clock now. We're for real. I'm trying.
It's not. I mean, it's not like I have nothing to do, but I'm doing what I can do.
All right.
I want to say
if I find 1 or 2, I'll be happy.
This past Sunday was the 5-year anniversary of the show. So happy 5 years, everybody.
Actually, is it 5 years?
Yeah, we started this during COVID, and we were bored.
I think it's 5 years for this.
It's 5 years for us.
For us, yeah.
This team right here,
yeah.
We actually got the show started about 7 years ago. If I'm not
Josh
mistaken.
Darrow.
Wasn't
Josh started it or no?
Yeah, it was. It was Josh, Alex, and Blue.
Gotcha.
Yeah, technically it was it's Josh. Yeah, you're right.
That was the 5th ring, and then it became.
Gotcha.
It's like it's had different names. That was 5 rings.
Right, the 5th Ring podcast, and then we
this group is 5 years.
Yeah, we moved it to the 6th Ring show on YouTube. Kept the 5th Ring podcast, and then Donna would come on periodically. Blue would obviously come on periodically. We had a couple different guys. Shout out to Paul. Remember Paul?
Oh yeah.
Blue, Paul, and you remember him, DJ?
And Jock, and
Jock. Vish remembers Jock.
Yeah, we were talking. DJ and I were talking about Paul. Yep. He went off to Oregon, and
he did. Now he's flying the whole world basically now. So.
I know he's a world traveler now.
Yeah, man.
He went that direction. Mario came this direction.
right, yeah.
That's true. We traded Paul for Mario Cristobal, basically, right? But shout out to Paul, man. He's a good kid, and talk to him every once in a while. So, but yeah, all right. Listen, 5 years of putting up with each other here is not easy, man. It's not easy. So, shout out to that for sure. For sure. Happy anniversary to the Six Rings Canes. I guess I don't want to say a real group, but a group that stuck together, man. So really happy about that. Really proud of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before we get it started, Vish, you want me to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors there?
Yeah, let's do it.
You break will fix, huh? Have you ever run over a pothole so hard that your steering wheel shakes? Are you constantly losing air in your tires that you need to keep adding air? Chances are there's an issue with your wheels, and You Brake Will Fix is your solution. You Brake Will Fix is Miami's premier wheel repair and restoration company. With over 20 years of experience and located in North Miami, You Brake Will Fix offers quick repairs and damaged wheels, and in most cases can offer free loaner wheels, to help you stay on the road while repairing your damaged wheels. If your wheels are looking weathered and it's time to freshen up your car, don't replace, refinish. Their in-house wheel refinishing solutions, such as powder coating, machining, and polishing, will give your car the like new look it deserves. So make sure you contact Mark and his staff at 305-748-0112 or on all social medias outlets at You Brake Will Fix. That's the letter U, Brake Wheel Fix. Mention 5 reasons to get 5.5% off your next repair. Check them out. It's You Brake Will Fix, powder coating, and wheel repair. 305-748-0112. Back in the building. For some reason, it is not popping up here, but Vish, I know we got a jam-packed show today with predictions and whatnot. Let's see. Oh, we got Siobhan. Let's go, Kane.
Sorry. Clicked way too many times. Everyone's going to have a seizure now. But,
Siobhan, from your mouth to God's ears. All right? From your mouth to God's ears. But, yes, I think they're going to have a pretty good year this year. So.
Yeah, so I can walk through a little bit about what we're going to do. So I've got a wheel set up. We're going to spin it. That's going to determine the pick order. And then we're going to snake through the games and pick. And then after we're done with that, Melissa will come on. She's already in the chat. But just to give her picks.
Hey, what's up, Melissa?
As is tradition. And then we'll hopefully Blue's got something ready for show and tell. If not, go find it now, Blue. But
I just don't have what you think I got, but I got something.
I don't think you've got anything. So now,
not yet.
I guess technically you have something. That means so. You're right.
Oh, I
all right.
Let me. Something.
So I'm gonna take this wheel. So I'm gonna spin it. It's gonna do something here.
I want to shout out to little Devin Hester. Devin Hester's son just got offered a scholarship by the University of Miami.
I saw that.
Okay, I didn't rig it.
Wish you got the first pick. You get the pick first. Is that how it works? Okay.
I'm picking first, yes, and then the second pick.
Come on. Hey, wait, hold on. Nope.
That's Blue.
Yep, I did. I missed the whole arrow thing right here. Yeah.
That's usually how it works. The whole arrow is the one that picks
All right, and then the third. It's a snake anyway. The way we do it is DJ. All right, so.
Wow, so I get to go last. All right, cool.
Yeah, so let me.
If you're right for your snide comment just a couple minutes ago.
On the road today. Hey, just because you saw the other guys, all right, doesn't mean you can talk shit to me like this. All right, you better watch it.
I mean, you want to beat me up? Come and see me in Boston.
Well, some come see me in Boston. I know you're not coming anyways.
All right. Hopefully, everyone can see this. So I've got the games arranged. I just filled in the top again. Melissa will do our picks last, kind of separately. So we're gonna snake through this. Do a little bit of talking about the teams, and obviously do our picks.
I like it.
The first one, not surprising. I know. I put effort in this year. I color coordinated everything.
It looks good, man. I'm not gonna lie. It looks good.
This is what happens when we have a 3.5 hour flight back from Boston. We took last night. I'm like, you know what? Let me do some real show prep this time. Anyway, so obviously the opener, Notre Dame. It's a Sunday night in 13 days, as Jazz said. Notre Dame is ranked 5th. We're ranked 10th. They have no quarterback. That has been my takeaway so far. Obviously, this is prediction, so I'm getting into that part. Is that they keep saying, well, they're both so good, we can't pick one. Has that ever been the case, ever? it's so hard to get one quarterback. The idea that you have two that are just so good you can't figure one out, because like, you know, Texas figured out that Ewers was going to start regardless, right? Like, I think they don't have a quarterback, and they're coming into our stadium. I think it's going to be packed. It's going to be loud. People are going to start drinking Friday night and still be drinking Sunday night. So, and we have the let's just say the capacity to do that without sleeping, thanks to our local economy. So, we'll be fired up by game time. It's not going to be. I know a lot of it, like, remember what happened last time. It's not going to be like that. Like, it's not going to be 41-7 ambush. But I do, shockingly, like the home team here. I like the Canes by a touchdown, but I think it'll be a game in control the whole time. And yeah, I think the offensive line dominates, and Canes come out with a win. So I am picking the Canes on to you, Blue.
Is this schedule right? They don't play Syracuse. They play Pitt.
No, they play Syracuse this year.
Syracuse.
I thought they got Pitt.
They do. I have to scroll down.
Yeah, you have to scroll down. Pitt's at the end.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought they had
There's Pitt.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. All right. My bad.
I checked it 50 times.
Yeah, I was going to say that ride must have been pretty good. Gave you a chance to.
Look at that. It's all color coordinated. You're up.
Yeah. I saw Notre Dame in their last game at the Orange Bowl last year. I mean, in the Orange Bowl game. I just think that it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I'm going to go with Notre Dame in the opening game.
Boo.
Fucker. All right. That's what you got to do, man. Yeah.
All right, DJ.
Here comes DJ.
Notre Dame is going to be tough. I mean, they may not have a quarterback, but they have a damn good running back and a very good offensive line. Miami's still going to have to figure things out. They'll get hot late in the season, but I'm going Notre Dame for the opener.
Come on, Jazz.
So what exactly does Miami still need to figure out? That they have the best offensive line in the country, that they have one of the top quarterbacks in the country, that they have
their receivers. They're good, but they're young.
Not a receiver. It's caught a ball yet.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Or a tight end who they actually used.
Hey, by the way, but Notre Dame has a quarterback that hasn't thrown a pass ever either. Or
they got an offensive line that's blocked.
Played 60 minutes.
Yeah,
two pretty good running backs. But
whatever. Well, we got three really good running backs, right? We got three really good running backs, and we have Elijah Lofton, and we have Carson Beck, who played in the SEC and went 23-3 in the SEC, threw for 3,500 yards last year. So I mean, if there's anybody that can figure out who to throw it to, it's Carson Beck, right? Not Kenny Minchie or CJ Carr. I think I'm hedging my bets on Carson Beck to do the Lord's work here and make sure that Notre Dame goes back to South Bend with whatever they have between their legs, right there again. And Miami gets the W. And I think it's going to be a really good game, though. I think it's going to be tough, like a 21-20, right? Like it's going to be like they're going to battle it out. They're going to beat each other up. And just for the sake of never wanting Notre Dame to beat Miami, I think Miami squeezes one out like 21-20. So I'll go with Miami there.
Yeah, good pick, John. Good pick.
And it's at home. Now, I will tell you this, right? From a coaching perspective, Marcus Freeman is an absolute monster.
Yep.
Right? And he's got the best running back coach in America, too. Stole him from Penn State a couple years ago. Look what he's doing with Jeremiah Love. Look what he did with Nick Singleton and the Allen kids, Katron Allen.
Yeah, he's good.
So, yeah, you got to watch what they do running. They can run the football like nobody's business. They got some good wideouts. But the thing is, is the offensive line better than our defensive line? We'll see.
We'll break this down next week.
We talk about how we talk about how great our defensive line is. They better be. So let's go with that W there.
Yeah,
Talking yourself into this one, so we'll talk about that game next week.
Yeah, we'll get a detailed breakdown next week. I will say the home field's a big deal. The Canes were a lot better at home than on the road last year. And 8 home games this year as we go through a schedule is a big one. All right, I'm assuming no one's going to pick Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, that's a dub. That's a
All right,
dub.
I'll fill in dubs. Jazz, you can go to South Florida and talk about them a little bit while I fill in some dubs for the Bethune.
Well, no, it's you, Vish.
We're snaking
back around, isn't it?
Yeah, but we didn't really do anything with it. Oh, you want me to do South Florida and then you do Florida?
Yeah, I thought we snaked.
We were snaking, but we didn't
South
really.
Florida.
We didn't do anything with.
Start South Florida. You. Yeah.
All right. South Florida after last year's we're gonna get Alex Golish talking smack again, I'm assuming, just to get smacked around, and then we could have won if we didn't lose by 30. So that was last year's game. I think last year's game was chippy, if you recall at the beginning, especially. I think USF was a little, they'd given Alabama a game and kind of thought that they were better than they are. This year they're gonna get humbled. This game is over halfway through the first quarter. It's not going to be competitive. Blowout. This is where you're going to really get some good Emory Williams work against like good but not great players on the other team, because Cookman doesn't really give you anything to work with. But he'll get significant action in this game as the game will get out of hand early. I like Kane's big here.
What about you, Blue?
I think USF is they're a much improved team. They got Boise to open up. We'll see how they do there. That'll be a little bit of a test for them. Miami wins that game going away.
DJ?
Yep, I think USF might hang around early, but Miami will blow the doors off them by the end.
All right, snaking around as we talk about the Florida Gators here.
You got to pick the South Florida game.
We got a W. It's a W.
Damn, just so in a way that's more insulting. Just they're not worth talking about. You give the Cookman treatment.
They're not worth it. I mean, the other team is not worth it either. But I guess you got to talk about them a little bit against the Florida Gators. Again, a little bit of a better Florida team, just not good enough. I think Miami has still done a better job of building depth and building better personnel than they have. I think there's some players on that team that are overhyped, and I think there's some players that are pretty good. And so we'll see. I don't know if it'll be 41-17 like it was last year, but I think again Miami's a better team all around. I think they beat the Florida Gators this year again. Go ahead, DJ.
I'm gonna say win. Pretty easily, actually. I think. Yeah.
I can see it.
I think if it was the opening game of the season, it'd be a different story. But I think DJ Lagway is going to be hurt by then. So it was, but I think it was. But let's, I'm not going to rush to judgment. I know Miami's going to win, but I still look back at that game last year when they played Tennessee and they should have won. They should have won, beat Georgia, beat Mississippi. So, I mean, it's not out of the realm. They're a better team than they were last year, maybe twice as good, because their line is better. They got a loaded running game. They got 3 good receivers. But I think Miami will come out. I think it'll be like a 28-14 game.
All right. What do you got, Vish?
Yeah, I think Florida, I'm going to actually just quote Muhammad here. Most overrated team in America right now.
Hey,
DJ Lagway threw 10 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, and apparently the Grease thinks it's sliced bread. As Blue said, he gets injured, banged up quite a bit.
I wouldn't be there for the game.
Yeah, and I know it's hard to think back to a year ago, but they had a veteran quarterback that had started a lot, and he got injured, but by that point, the team had collapsed anyway, and this is not a good football program. And they're just not going to come in here and win this game. I honestly cannot believe Billy Napier is still there, just to be honest. Like, he's not a good coach. Their schedule was supposed to be really hard last year. Now, when you look back on it, as Blue said, they were competitive in some games. They did beat Mississippi, but some of those other ones weren't the beasts they thought they were going to be. And Florida, to me, is just an average football team led by someone that shouldn't be coaching on this level. And we know those signs when we see them, because that has been a way you could describe us several times in the last 10 years. And I know what I'm looking at. I've seen it, and I know it when I see it. So I'll go Canes pretty comfortably here. So then this is the weirdest. This might be the weirdest stretch. Blue will know better than I do. In the history of our program, Florida bye week, Florida State bye week. So and that is I triple checked. I was like, that's just weird. But yeah, so after the bye week, we got a week off to prepare for FSU. Obviously in Tallahassee, I think under Manny Diaz, one time we blew them out in Tallahassee. Otherwise, it tends to be really competitive up there. Even when we're not good, it tends to be more competitive. There's rarely blowouts up there. So I think it'll be more competitive than like last year's game. I feel like the Canes never got out of first gear and didn't need to. This time, I think it'll be more competitive than that. But this is another shouldn't be coaching there anymore coach that I think they're just playing the string out. I think Florida State's in for another rough season. I think this will probably be their best game. I think they'll keep it somewhat close. But I got the Canes by probably about 10, but with like a late score to put it away. And they're like, man, Florida State put up a good fight there. I think is how we come out of this because it's just so hard to go in there and just control that game. And, even in times when we should have, we've kind of had to work for it. So I think they'll make us work for it and give us a good game, but I still like the Canes.
Yeah, good analysis because I was thinking along the same line. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I just anytime you have a rivalry like this and I think it's going to be I think you hit it pretty close. I think Miami will win it late by about 10, 12 points. And, it depends. I mean, what happens in their opener against Alabama. They should get shredded pretty good. But you never know. They probably will put all their eggs in that first game basket. And then by the time Miami gets there, they're going to have to get regenerated again. They play 2 games in between that they should win, so they'll come in there 2-1.
Yeah, it's just important to remember about that Alabama game. If Alabama wins, it's a sign that the SEC is far superior to the ACC. If Florida State wins the game, it's not out. So we need to understand that. That is how our game with Florida was treated to open last year. So let's just let's make sure we get let's put that out there to start the game. If Florida State wins, the game is not a reflection at all on the strength of the conferences. But if Alabama wins, it absolutely is.
Yeah, well, I'll take Florida State to lose that one. So that
no, they're not going to win.
Like 12.
It has nothing to do with the conferences. They're just not. I mean, Alabama's one of the
No, but I agree with you though. I think it's going to be fairly close just because it's a rivalry, and they got better kids than they did last year. And Castellanos will give them a little bit of, bit of something to move
he'll make some plays, and then it's also, there's something to be said for struggling through that and still sticking around and sticking with it. Like you'll get a little bit of a bump from that.
Yeah, just a rivalry.
You don't win 2 games unless like half the team quits. So getting them out of there will be useful. Muhammad is much more confident in Miami though. DJ, to you.
No, I think this is going to be a dogfight, but I think, again, Miami will pull away in the end. Florida State's, like you guys say, going to put all their effort into this game. I do think it's going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be a boring one. Rivalry games are always fun. I think Miami still wins this one.
Yeah, again, just like the Gators, right? This is going to be somewhat of a better team than last year, right? They've done some good stuff in the transfer portal as well. And so I think that they're going to be a little more competitive this year all around. They are, as Blue said, right? They're going to go all in on that Alabama game. Alabama also, starting a new quarterback in Ty Simpson. They've got some new weapons over there also. So there's a little bit of a
Zay Horton.
Zay Horton, right? There's a little bit of a question mark on both schools whether they're as good as maybe they were last year or the year before. Although Alabama definitely has some room for improvement based off of that 9-4 record that they had last year. But Florida State, I think, could win. Maybe they could double their win output this year and go to 4 games instead of 2.
He'll get fired if they double it.
But I think they'll be a better team. But Miami's still just too much for them. So yeah, of course the Canes getting it done in Tallahassee this year for sure. And then I gotta go again here against Louisville, right?
Yeah, Louisville. And while you do, I'm gonna stop sharing for a second before someone realizes the screw up I made on the schedule. But keep going.
Oh, is it Louisville? Are we facing
Louisville's up next on the Friday. That part is correct. It's way further down the schedule.
Okay. Well, we'll just talk about it real quick. This is the loss that I have on Miami's schedule, and I'll tell you what. It was hard for me to say it because I think that Miami is still a better program. They're still a better team than Louisville. But this Louisville team, this coach, Brom, Coach Brom is he's a mastermind when it comes to offense.
Yep.
He finds a way to out scheme opponents a lot, and they've got a hell of a team over there with Miller Moss, Isaac Brown, the other running back. Geez, I can't remember his name now. Watson. Is it Isaac Watson? No. What's yeah? So they're both Isaacs. Isaac Brown and Isaac Watson, huh?
Shit to Finkum.
Yeah. They are loaded at running back. They've got really good running backs. They've got some good wide receivers as well. Miller Moss, obviously coming from USC, getting coached by a guy like Brom is going to be tough. Again, I think it's just going to be a dogfight. Maybe Miami, if there's a loss on the schedule, I think this is the Miami. So I'm going to give them the L. So on this one, so I think Miami goes down.
Damn.
Vish needs heart medicine.
Also, Muhammad caught me. I don't know if anyone else knows this. I fixed it now, but I did have Q's at NC State inverted. So that was what I was fixing. But Muhammad was sharp-eyed and saw that.
Good job, Muhammad. Way to call him out on it, baby.
Yeah, that's all right. I deserved it. After I bragged to him about, no, I spent all this time double-checking it. Apparently not. That's hubris. Hubris comes back and gets you just immediately.
It'll get you.
All right, DJ, to you, man.
I have this one as a win coming off a bye week. They'll be well rested after having 17 bye weeks prior to this. No, just kidding. But I think it'll be another good game, but I think Miami takes this one for sure.
Blue, what do you got, Blue?
Friday night's a tough game. It's a tough time. It's you're not going to get the crowd. The kids will be playing college football, high school football. It's a trap game, no doubt. The game that last night I thought, when I was going through the schedule, that I had Miami losing, but they may gut something like this out. This might, especially coming off they'll probably have a lackluster performance against Florida State, and they'll beating their ass that whole week and getting them saying, you know what, if you don't come out better than you did against Florida State, Louisville will blow us out. And I think Miami comes up with one of those 34-28 games.
So you thinking like similar to Virginia Tech last year?
Let's hope not. Shit. You gotta wait an hour to see who won the game.
That's still because I feel like that game gets lost a little bit because after
Friday night games are tough.
It was Friday night, and then the next game was the Cal comeback. So people remember the Cal comeback and don't remember how nuts that was when we sat there for literally like 10 minutes while that dude was in the hood trying to tell us who won the game.
That was brutal.
Nuts. I do think having a bye week here really helps a lot. And this will be, if you look at the schedule, like the Canes will be really well tested at this point as well. I think like Luz, I think it'll be competitive. I think Louisville's a really solid program. I think they're like, I was saying Florida and Florida State, like they're not good programs right now, just like the way that they're being run and managed. They have higher potential than they're being managed to. I think Louisville, like Jazz was saying, their coach is on it, and I think they're really solid. But solid's not beating the Canes this year. So I think Miami will tough this out, play a little defense this time, and not have to score a touchdown every possession, to not have the one defensive play we make, Popo's fumble recovery, being the deciding score because no one can stop anyone else. So I'll go with the Canes. I do agree it's going to be a tough one. Those Friday games are brutal, and they always seem competitive. And as Blue said, we're not going to get the crowd out there. And even if they try to get out there, they'll show up in the halfway through the second quarter after sitting in traffic for 5 hours. So Thank you again for putting weekday games in a major metropolitan area. Thank you.
But they do it everywhere, though.
But when you're in a college town, the town shuts down for the game, whether it's Saturday or Friday or whatever.
But they've done it. They do it in Atlanta. They do it in LA. They do it in a lot of places. So.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's stupid. I mean, LA, let's be real.
Money,
it could be,
Vish,
you put the game anywhere at any time in LA, they're going to be sitting in traffic, so that's a little different. But
see, where the local town may not. I think the audience around the country will be tuned into it.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
It's a better game than Utah and Utah State, so
Yeah, no, it'll get the eyeballs. That's why they put it on Friday.
Yeah.
All right, so then we are officially at the halfway mark here. Next up, Stanford at home. We obviously didn't play them last year, traveling cross country. I'm familiar with that trip. It's a long flight. Canes win this one easily. This is a blowout. Canes by 20 plus. This is not going to be competitive. Blue.
Yeah, same thing. Stanford's not gonna, the only thing is they'll have a couple of kids from South Florida get a chance to play at home, and that's it. No, that's it. That's the that's the last easy game they're gonna have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny going through the schedule. It's a lot more difficult than like the surface level feels. But like you've already played Florida State, Florida, Notre Dame, and Louisville, and you're like, all right, Stanford's a little breather, and then it gets tough again. This is a pretty tough schedule. Go for it, DJ.
Miami will take this one easy. I have a feeling we're gonna see a lot of second stringers in fairly early in the second half. Honestly, I don't really see a challenge here. And I also hate that Stanford's in the ACC now, but not that conferences matter. It's just weird to me. I don't know.
Well, not that the ESPN FPI really will tell you that our strength of schedule has gotten tougher. Apparently, they think
we've gotten worse.
Yeah,
apparently, Carson Beck being confirmed healthy was enough to drop us, and Clemson too, just by relation.
And apparently, DJ Lagway being hurt has put Florida up 5 spots over us. So yeah, explain that one to me. But I think the fighting Frank Reichs got their ass kicked here by Miami. I think isn't Emmitt Smith's son still the running back over there?
No, Cedric Irvin's son's.
Okay. So yeah, Cedric Irvin's son. Yeah, one of the local kids. That's right, Cedric Irvin. And I know they've got Andrew Luck as their GM over there too. So,
yeah, he's throwing a couple of passes too. Damn it!
Looks. I think Stanford is trying to put something together again, to put a decent little program together, but they're not.
Got a nice little baseball program. So
yeah, they do. They've always had a pretty good program there too. So they're not there yet at all. So I think Miami whoops them up pretty easily. So, and then I think moving along to this SMU game. This is a tricky one in the sense of, you guys mentioned now the schedule gets really tough. I think SMU. Well, I got to give props to Rhett Lashley for defending Miami again, right? Shout out to Coach Lashley. Love the guy. Doing a really good job over at SMU. Obviously put them in the playoffs last year. Mm-hmm. I think they lost a lot of key pieces from that team last year. I know they kept one really important one, which is Kevin Jennings. But I don't think SMU is as good as they were last year. I think Miami beats them. I don't want to say handily, but I think it's a solid win for Miami. I don't think it's as crazy as the only difference is it's at Dallas, right? It's in Dallas, so that might be the toughest part of it all. But I think Miami win this one.
Aren't you going, Vish? Right?
Yep.
All right, cool.
I am going to every game this year.
That's right, because you just moved back home. That's right.
Okay. 8 home games, and then there's only 4 on the road. So
what a good time to move back home.
I am doing this.
Oh, you're not living in Virginia anymore?
No, I'm living in Miami.
Oh, nice.
He's a Miami boy again, baby.
Yes, I've moved home.
Good.
I have this one as a loss. I think, I think that Miami's had a nice little win streak. I feel like this is a trap game. I really like Jennings. I have this one as a loss, but I don't think it's going to be a loss of epic proportions. I think it's going to be close, but I think SMU will get the best of the Hurricanes here.
I agree. This was my loss from the beginning. So I think that I was there during the spring and I saw, and they're loaded. And they're huge. Good. They're huge up front. They're well coached up front. What's his name is Garen Justice is their offensive coach. And they're a good football team. They're going to be tough to beat on the road or at home. So I give them that loss.
Wow. You have little faith. The Canes are going to win this. They're going to win it with defense and running the football. That travels. I think it'll be an intense game. I think there's going to be a lot of mistakes early because I think both teams are going to be amped
I will
up.
tell you this, hey Vish, if Chris Johnson returns a goddamn kick for
Oh
a
my God.
touchdown, I'll shoot the bitch.
I don't even care if he scores. If he cuts on a kick return, I'm going to be very
I'll shoot the bitch.
Because he needs to run directly into the cover team, straight into them without cutting, or I'm going to be very upset. Or props to them for teaching about a cut. What are the other?
You.
But I will say this is probably the biggest home game SMU because they played Florida State at home last year. Florida State was terrible. At that point, they'd already lost a bunch of games. This is probably their biggest home game since like the 80s. I think there's going to be a lot of.
Didn't they have TCU a couple years ago when they were good there?
I think
they did.
Yeah.
Miami's Miami. Miami's a brand.
TCU's right across the city.
Yeah, but TCU's not Miami.
Methodists and Christians don't like each other. Come on now.
Yeah.
I do think this is a game then that becomes about running the football, controlling emotions, and playing defense. And I think that's what the Canes will be able to do this year that they couldn't do last year. So I like that. I think they'll gut a win out. I think it'll actually, except the result being different, kind of play out similar to the Georgia Tech game last year, where it's just tight and it's, not everything's smooth. It's a tough atmosphere. The crowd's amped up, but
Jennings will scramble up the middle for 75 yards every drive.
This time we play defense and run the football, and this time we win.
Yeah.
Speaking of disasters from last year, Syracuse. So they just, I don't know if you saw, they named their starting quarterback today, Angeli.
The guy who should be starting at Notre Dame. Right
I wasn't impressed with what I saw, but apparently Syracuse was. Yeah, they ruined our season last year. As bad as the Georgia Tech loss was, it was right in our hands to win the ACC, really, and they'll be sitting on that one for an entire year. No mercy. This is going to be a stomping. We are good. This is going to look like the Notre Dame 2017. That's what this is going to like. This is going to be a killing. Like, I think that the team is going to come out here ready to. It was 21-0 last year, and they let their foot off the gas and ruin the season. Essentially, that does not happen here. I think this is going to be one where not only we jump out early, but keep the pedal down based on what happened last year and run the score up here. This is going to be like a 40-pointer. This is going to be a killing. Blue?
How ironic that Miami will be 9-0 on your thing. Weren't they 9-0 when they got beat by them last year?
No, they were the last game. They were 9-0 and lost to
Georgia. That's right. That's right.
Georgia Tech. They were 10-0.
Oh, that's Georgia Tech. That's right.
Vish always goes undefeated, though.
It was
9-0. He does.
9-0 and lost to Georgia Tech, but then recovered from that and just had to not blow a 21-point lead.
Fran Brown lives rent-free in Mario's head. I know that. So he's going to say some good stuff, how Miami spent all that money on Beck and all that stuff before the game like he did. But, yeah, it's a revenge game. I don't know if it's going to be a 40-pointer, but it's going to be – Miami's going to kind of – I think they'll beat them pretty good, just on revenge motive at all.
What about you, DJ?
It's not going to be a blowout or a revenge game or any sort of type of that, but I think Miami wins by probably 2 touchdowns. I think it's going to be close to the beginning. Miami's going to pull away by just wearing them down, hopefully running the football like they should have done in the last damn Syracuse game last year. But they'll get the job done. That was the game where I was screaming they should have run the football. Out of all the games, that was the game where I was losing even more hair than I've already lost.
Spell it with me if you want. BLOODBATH.
We want blood.
Bah.
With you.
We're going to kick their ass. That's it.
Muhammad's keeping us on the air, man, with his contributions.
I know.
They don't have Pena. They don't have McCord. They don't have any of those guys. I know they got that one kid that transferred over.
They got talent.
They got some talent, but
got a lot of young kids.
We're going to smoke them.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead, turn around.
All right. CJ Benny ain't got nothing. He wishes he would have been here backing up Carson Beck right now. NC State, good program, not enough. Miami takes it. So Miami beats NC State. They're a good program. They're a good coach program. I like what they do over there. They got some good running backs and whatnot. But I think Miami's too much for them.
This is going to be a really fun game, I think. But I think Miami pulls it out here. NC State always seems to have a really solid team, but they're not at Miami's level.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a couple of guys on that team, though, that are going to, make it interesting. But I think Miami wins, not a blowout. I think it's like a 34-24 type of game.
Yeah, this will be senior day, which can always be like a little bit odd dealing with, ruins your pregame routine. You got your seniors coming out there and getting honor, and they got their families are on the field and then have to shift focus.
1 year senior.
Haven't
you just been here for 4 weeks?
It's a little bit of a distraction, but the Canes tend to actually do well on senior day, so I think they'll handle it. I think it's good, but not great. So I think the Canes will see this out. Definitely closer in the Syracuse game, but I think they'll see it out. And that leads us to what I think will be our toughest game. At Virginia Tech, I am actually going, but I've been there a few times. It is a really tough place to play. I'm sure,
especially if it's at 7:30 at night.
Well, I think it's gonna be. I mean, I obviously have. If we're 10-0, it'll definitely be at night. But I think with any of your records at this point, we either be in the playoff committee selection or one of the few teams, like one of the bubble teams, and that'll get you into prime time. So I think they will shove this at night. So I expect this to be a night game. I think it'll be it's a tough place to play.
Yep.
They obviously took briefly won the game last year before the officials correctly called an incomplete pass. So it was almost a loss for the Canes last year. But again, I think this is where the shift in the team a little bit to being more run oriented and being able to actually play defense will pay off here. So I think the Canes will gut this out. I think it'll be low scoring though. Something like 17-13, like one of those things where you're just like on pins and needles all the time. But I think the Canes will just see it out.
Yeah. You were talking about revenge. Virginia Tech has had this game circled over and over again. This will be Miami's worst loss of the year. They could lose this by 17 points. I think they come out, get fired up, and Miami just never recovers with the crowd. That's been a loss. That was my only for sure loss coming in, but I don't think Miami will get into that game.
I don't know how we do it every year, Blue, but we always have the same damn picks. I promise I'm not copying you. We didn't even meet this time around, but I have this as a loss too. It's not going to be sexy football. It's going to be grinded out football. I think Virginia Tech plays that game a little bit better. This will be Miami's third loss for me.
Kyron Jones is a good football player, man. I like him. I like he's a good quarterback, but I think that
and they returned 3 of the 4 defensive linemen too that sacked Miami mercifully last year.
Yeah, that's gonna suck for them not to be able to get to him this time around. So, I think Miami still wins this game. I think it's a really, really close game, as you guys mentioned. It's the toughest game of the season for Miami, aside from Notre Dame, but Miami gets it done. And then Pittsburgh, they've still got Eli Holstein, really good quarterback over there. They have
Xavier Reed and 3 of the 4 linemen that come back. Miami never plays well here, and will tie into my show and tell today.
It's a good Pittsburgh team, but I'll tell you what. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think at some point, we have to realize, right? We can't go based off of. We can't continue to base our presumptions or our guesses on records based off of past history with the Miami Hurricanes. I think we're doing a disservice to this team and how good it really is. depth wise, starting 11 wise. I think if you can go down to the top 10, top 20 programs in America, and Miami's going to go toe to toe from a depth perspective right now, and from a starting 11 perspective on both sides of the football with just about any of them. And so I think that we need to start. Look, I believe in the power of positivity and good vibes and putting that out there. And I think at some point you got to realize this is a hell of a good Miami Hurricanes football team, man. They are loaded at every position. There's a question mark per se at wide receiver, but just like every other team in America that loses a couple of wide receivers, and all of a sudden they still have some really good studs, and nobody talks about them like they talk about Miami for certain reasons, right? Biased reasons or whatever the case is. I think our wide receivers are loaded. I think our wide receivers are stacked up. I've seen them play a few times now, and I like what I see there. So is there a learning curve? Potentially, but at the end of the day, and I'm sorry I'm ranting a little bit, I think we need to give this team a little more love, a little more credit, and not base our opinions on predictions based off of past performances, because we do that a lot. I'm guilty of it. A lot of us are guilty. Oh, Miami's going to end up dropping one somehow, some way. And I even did that with the Louisville team, right? Although I think the Louisville team is, Brian Brom is a very, very good coach and scheme for some of these wins against some big teams. You got to give them more credit, man. I think Miami is a hell of a football team. I think they're one of the best teams in the country this year. And I think they prove it. I think they prove a lot of people wrong. I think screw the past. I think you got to go with what you see on paper, what you see in that practice facility, and what you see, every day and what they're doing and the type of personnel they have. Miami goes and beats the crap out of Pittsburgh also and ends up 11-1 this season. I just don't see how, we keep reverting back to 3 wins for this type of team will be a complete disappointment, and Mario should be on the hot seat. 3 losses, excuse me. If he has 3 losses, then he should be on the hot seat. Or be fired. Not with this type of team, not with this type of roster. You got to go out there and you got to go 11-1 and get into the playoff. And that's my rant for the night.
That was good stuff. I concur with you that we tend to like, show me you can do it before I'll pick you to do it kind of means you're just never going to pick.
Yeah.
Go, DJ. Let's see what balls you got here, brother.
I got to win.
Ooh.
I know it's tough.
They do never do well in this game after Thanksgiving.
And they always drop ones that we expect them not to, and I know, and that's especially been true under Mario, but I think they pull this out. But like Jazz says, if they lose this one, like Mario should be on the hot seat. I'm sorry. That would be 2 years of underachieving teams in a row because they underachieved last year.
Blue.
It's a reluctant one, I'm telling you. Because I was going to pick a loss, but I don't. I could just see my email box now. I'm going to pick them to win this. It's going to come down to like a field goal on a kicker. We don't even know if he's any good. But I think this is it. This is they'll win this one begrudgingly. I know you, Vish. Is a perfect 12-0.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. No, I'm just kidding. This is a win for sure.
Watch Vish say this is the one I thought they would lose.
No, this is a win, and I actually think last year, I think Pitt started off really well, and then just completely came apart and. They lost their last 6 games. Lose their bowl game to? It was some like rinky-dink program that had no business.
Yeah, they lost the bowl game.
Yeah, so like this is, I don't know. I think
they got nice shirts and towels and radios though in the bowl game.
Yeah, but I think returning those like that team is not exactly a good thing for them. The way they faded at the end of last year. So I think Miami's just better. And again, I'm leading. I am. My entire prediction is putting a lot of faith in the fact that when we need to, we'll dedicate to running the football because the offensive line, the running backs are, as a unit, have the best running game in the ACC, and that is something you can take on the road. And we've been able to run the football some in the past few years, but not to the extent that like it's going to be really difficult for defenses to stop. The extent they'll have to load the box to do it. I think we have that kind of running game this year. It's a matter of being patient with it, and I'm putting a lot of stock in our ability to do that and willingness to do that.
Hey Vish, let me do it. Let me ask you just a hypothetical, okay?
Sure.
Just just like life is, it lives. Game 5, your quarterback gets hurt. He's out for the year. Does that alter everything?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
no.
100%.
I think okay. So let's say he gets hurt at the end of the Florida State game. It'd be hard to make a bowl game.
Yep, I completely agree. Yep.
All right, just a hypothetical.
Yep.
I'll wipe it out of my mind, and I hope it never even comes close to happening. But
No, that's a good point. All of these predictions are under the assumption that Carson Beck is healthy for the entire season, and I'm not.
And no, not one offensive lineman goes down.
Right, and I'm not wishing this on
no,
him or
I actually
anything.
think we have the
not
depth on
actually.
the
Not
offensive
with the
line.
offensive lineman thing.
Yeah.
But if Mawanoa goes down or your center goes down, you're gonna you'll be okay, but you're not going to be.
Which is why I think that stretch of games after the bye week is going to be tough, because that's when all players get a little banged up, and now there's going to be no rest and a lot of tough games on the schedule. Even though we played
7 games in a row without a
a
bye because they put 2 byes in the first 5 weeks.
So
Crazy.
stupid, by the way. So stupid.
That bye game should have been between Syracuse and NC State.
I agree. Yeah.
All right. Well,
where's Mel?
She's right here. You ask and you shall receive. She's going to do her picks, and then Blue can do a show and tell.
Hey, Mel.
What's up, Mel?
Can we get the bottom line taken off? Like you can barely see my face.
I think that's going to happen. I mean, I'll move it, but I don't think that's.
No, because it makes my see.
There you are. Look at you.
Yeah. Why would we advertise the show?
We'll put you down there then. They don't. No one needs to see your face. What's up, guys? DJ, long time no see.
Hey, how we doing, Mel?
I used that joke already. You're late.
And Jazz is in the witness protection program in that little box today.
What happened to your ring light being brought to you? Never happened?
Never happens.
All right, well, let's do this. All right,
I didn't ask Vish, but Vish, can you bring up the picture from yesterday or no?
I don't have it on me right now to do it.
I saw the picture. That was a good
I
picture.
have to find it and then share. By the way, anyone can do it because anyone can share in the new StreamYard. But can we do your picks?
Fine.
Okay. It doesn't have to be me to do it.
I was listening to all of your picks. So you want to just go one by one really quick?
Yep.
All right. So I think Notre Dame's going to be close. I think home field advantage definitely matters on this, but I think Blue and DJ are a little too focused on our lack of wide receiver experience, forgetting that Carson Beck had wide receivers that led the league in drops last year and still managed to get his team an SEC championship against way better defenses. So I'm going to take a dub for Notre Dame. Bethune and South Florida dubs. I think the Florida game will be a little bit closer. I think Florida fans have already crowned DJ Lagway as their savior, having not shown much yet.
Yep.
And I agree with Blue. He'll probably be injured by the 4th week anyway, so I'll put that as a dub. Florida State, I'll be in the building for. My road game jinx was broken last year after Cam Ward heroics bringing us back after being down 25 at Cal. So I expect us to win road games now when I'm there. Florida State's an easy dub. Louisville, I think we come out slow. I think we're actually down in this game at some point. But I expect our defense to get a few turnovers in this game and give us the win. Stanford's an easy dub. I think SMU is going to be our hardest game of the last of the stretch, but I'll be there, so that's good luck. So that's an easy dub. Syracuse
this game becomes an easy dub because you're there. Wow.
Syracuse is a win. NC State's a win. I'm very worried about having these last 2 away games. We all have Pittsburgh PTSD. I think we do lose one of these games, and I think we lose in Blacksburg, and then we come back and win at Pitt.
Vish ain't talking to you tonight, so that's all right.
Yeah, well.
I had to be different. I didn't want to pick the same as anybody.
Well, you picked you and Jazz are 11-1.
Well, same record, but
Well,
different
that's the
game.
record. Yeah.
It's nothing like with you and DJ where you just pick the exact same games every year. There's collusion happening.
I don't have the faith in this team to play full out the entire schedule. I always there's always that feeling that we're gonna drop one that we shouldn't. And the way they set up our schedule and how shitty it is with the bye weeks at the beginning of the year, it's such crap. And having these two away games to end the season, I just feel like one of those, whether it's Virginia Tech or Pittsburgh, I just feel like we're gonna end up losing one of those. And I'd rather it be Virginia Tech, so I don't want to go into the ACC championship on a loss.
Hey, you got the light back in the 53rd hour.
Sometimes Jazz is show and tell is turning the light on. So just to recap, and then just to recap, I've got the 12-0. Jazz and Melissa have 11-1.
Right.
And DJ have 9-3. So I guess myself, Jazz, Melissa, we all have, I'm assuming, barring some kind of weird, horrific tiebreaker, all three of us have the Canes in the ACC championship game. Blue and DJ,
unlike Josh Pate, who has it as Georgia Tech versus Clemson.
Who did?
Anyway.
Who picked?
Josh Pate has Georgia Tech and Clemson in the ACC championship.
So one of the challenges you're going to run into is when your entire income stream is dependent on outrage farming, you're going to do stupid shit. There is no way he actually thinks Georgia Tech is playing in the ACC championship game. He just does it because he knows he'll get clicks. And then he expects Clemson to win it, so he's still going to say, I got the winner right. It's a troll job. Don't give them attention. I know how this game is played. That's exactly what he's doing. He's going to say, look, it was a serious pick. Clemson won. That's his plan. He doesn't think Georgia Tech is playing. Georgia Tech might not make a bowl game. Anyway, real quick before we hit some technology, this is what I wanted to show.
Hey!
Oh, there we go.
I thought you were going to pull up the one of the three of us, but that's fine. We don't need you in the photo. coming to the board very soon.
That's a great picture, man.
We should Photoshop Jazz in there somehow.
Yeah. We're gonna do picture Tetris and get DJ on the board.
Oh, have you figured that out yet or no? I mean, you just got that.
I have a plan. There's a plan. Luckily, I have two pictures with Blue that also include Jazz. There's one of just me and Blue, but then there's one of me, Vish, Jazz, and Blue. So I can move that one over here and move that one there, and then move Blue here and put DJ here.
So DJ, remember yesterday when we were having lunch, I said don't ask those questions because you're going to get an answer.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
She puts a lot of thought into how to rearrange that.
I had Vish take a picture vertically and horizontally, so I had options of where
to make sure they fit right.
She's got them both. I had to take multiple angles and all this just to make sure it fits in the wall.
Your picture board is more organized than my entire life, so good for you.
Well, you were the last of the 6-ring Canes Royal Flush, so
I gotta get down to Miami.
I got Blue at the spring game. There's been a few iterations of Jazz on the board. Jazz, we need to get a photo together at a win.
Yeah, I know. We need to get a better photo and a W at the same time.
Well, no, I mean our picture of the Pop-Tarts Bowl is actually a great photo.
It is actually, yeah.
And the photo before that was a picture of the three of us at a baseball game when we lost to Duke. So I need a picture of us at a win. I got Vish over here.
I plan on doing that this year, considering my schedule, my predictions. So.
Yeah, I got Vish over here at the Cal game.
Somewhere.
There's the Cal game photo. We got Blue over here. So, well, Jazz, we need a win.
Well, we're gonna win a lot this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna get down there to help fuel the local economy, as Vish says.
By the way, in case you've been hiding under or living under a rock, Canes fans, it is an orange out for the game. So make sure you wear your orange. There it is. Vish is already ready. He's gonna start camping.
I'm not showering or changing it. I'm just kidding.
That's a baseball shirt, though.
Yeah,
right. We bring the
as long as you wear orange, wear it. Wear an orange UM shirt. Doesn't matter if it's hockey. Just wear orange. Jazz,
you'll appreciate this. I wore a Panther shirt to meet up with DJ yesterday, and it was a good thing I did because he was wearing a Celtics hat.
There you go. Trash talk, baby. I like it.
Vish was like, no, wear a Kane shirt. We're meeting DJ. And I'm like, you know what? Something's telling me to wear my Stanley Cup championship shirt.
It's funny. It's funny you say it because when I go to Tampa for work, I wear my Panther stuff all the time, and I stay right by the arena too, so I love it.
I wore my Brad Marchand Panther shirt on the plane to Boston.
Oh man, that would have killed.
Hell yeah.
I have too many
close to the
championship
guard,
shirts.
you would have been dead.
I have too many championship shirts to pick from, so I ran out of time that day,
Oh,
and I ran out of time yesterday, and I just decided to wear my hat instead.
So
Come on, you're a Red Sox fan. The minute they win the World Series this year, you're gonna be buying a hat and shirt.
I'm gonna be obnoxious.
I believe it's going to be orange pants, orange.
Really? Is it orange pants?
I don't think the jersey yet.
I think it's gonna
Look
be
like
orange
Clemson.
jersey, white pants.
No, I think it'll probably be white. Mario's
Yeah.
a traditional guy, so I expect
Yeah,
white
I
pants.
don't see him
They
going
haven't
orange.
announced the jerseys yet. They usually do it week of, which is next week, believe it or not. So look at the equipment Instagram and Twitter, and they will tweet it out probably next week. At this time, we'll probably know the exact jersey combination, but wear orange to the game. So we'll talk a lot more about that next week, because next week we're actually previewing a real live bona fide football game, guys.
Woohoo!
I can't believe it.
Next week is week 0. I know there's some games going on next week already.
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you.
this weekend is week
Rebels
0.
open up this weekend.
You and
I
I.
got a fantasy football draft next week.
Because there was a
Football is
concert
full
next
swing.
week at their arena. So
Oh wow! And we
play
got
Idaho, the Vandals.
we got to talk Blue to see if you're still available the 27th
That's this week, right?
No,
Next
that's next week.
next Wednesday.
What day is that? Wednesday?
Yep, a week from Wednesday.
So I can make a reservation.
Okay. Reservation. There's just gonna be 3 of us, no?
Yeah, Taco Bell. We're gonna make sure we got that space. No,
I got
but-
a fantasy football draft that night.
yeah.
I made dinner,
Vish
I made
told
dinner
Vish
plans
told
with
us
my
that you were-
mom, and then I have to do a fantasy football draft after it.
Vish told us you were doing something, so we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights. There's
That's
like
what it was. That's
there's
what
like
it
a preview limited capacity.
I don't blame you. I'm gonna go to Halloween Horror Nights soon too. But well, we can take that one offline. But yeah, I'm excited about it because I need it. Anyways, we'll take it offline though because I
Yeah.
need,
You have to do it because your boss will watch this and will wonder why you're not at work. So
I don't know what you're talking about. Blue.
Anyway,
Are we doing show and tell?
Blue, show and tell.
all right, technology
Technology, baby.
Technology.
taking you back, buddy, because I didn't pick Pittsburgh. Miami won this game 45-0, 1968.
Woo!
1968. Miami's first
I remember that game.
Miami's first African American player right there, Bellamy from Palmetto, Florida.
Ray Bellamy, baby.
Yeah, Ray Bellamy. This is Miami won that game handily. It was a 1-9 Pitt team. So, but there was a guy, I mean, you guys are younger, but there was a guy on Pittsburgh that his name is George Medich, Medich, right where my finger is, right there. Later pitched for the Yankees as Doc Medich. So,
Oh wow.
it's a little trivia, and yeah, that was it. But this was Miami's schedule that year was okay. They always played that tough schedule back then. You know, they had USC, I think 67. That was a 68 game. But Ted Hendricks played, some of your best players on of that era, and yeah, it was a good time. Dave Kalina from Pennsylvania. Yep. Let's see. Then they had, I was just looking at their schedule here real quick. Let's see who they had. Vish, you usually pull that up.
Put me to work, huh?
Huh?
1968.
You have to do technology behind the scenes while he's doing show and tell.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you're
God.
making me
Hold on.
pull up find photos. He's
I think
making
I
me
might have some good technology. Hold on a second.
5-5.
Wait,
Tough
Jazz-
schedule, though.
Jazz has
I'm
good
like-
technology. What is this?
Didn't they have they had
Wait, hold on. Is this the right? Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah, beat Pitt 48-0.
Yeah. Did it who did I have? They had some good teams back then.
Yeah, the losses were at number 2 USC, which we'll
Yeah.
appreciate.
Yeah.
At number 4 Penn State, lost to Bama at home. Bama was 16. Beat LSU, who was ranked 8, 30-0. Their other losses: Florida at home, 14-10, and then lost at Auburn.
Tough schedule.
Yeah, schedule is Northwestern at Georgia Tech, at USC, LSU, Virginia Tech, at Auburn, Pitt, at Penn State, Alabama, at Florida.
I remember listening to that game of the Miami USC game. Miami, I think it was 28-3 or something like that. And Miami actually had a 3-0 lead in that game. And they billed it O.J. Simpson versus Ted Hendricks. So, and O.J. Simpson got the better of him. But yeah, no, those are a little throwback.
Do you know why it didn't play Florida State that year?
They didn't. They went a couple years without playing them.
Okay.
But then,
I got one for you guys.
There you go.
20-year anniversary, Hall of Fame. And speaking of Devin Hester, I know you have this one probably, Blue. But
yes, I do.
A sign.
Ooh, I love that.
Signed by the Hall of Famer himself.
Good stuff.
Smelling Roses. This was 2005, 20 years ago.
That should be framed. That should be framed.
Vish, pull up the technology.
Eric Winston.
I want to see this.
Yeah, Eric Winston up here.
There we go.
There we go. You got Greg Threat. Jeez, wow.
Nice.
Right?
Oh, from Tallahassee Lincoln, Greg Threat.
Yeah. And Brian Moore, who was a 5-star wide receiver that year coming out.
Orlando Dr. Phillips.
Dr. Phillips, yep. And then
That's cool.
You got Devin Hester here. Who's
very nice. Very nice.
So that is going to get framed, but it's been in this pocket for 20 years, believe it or not, and it's in perfect condition.
I would frame it, definitely.
This is talking about the Rose Bowl in 25 and 20.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was the championship game that year.
Yeah,
that was the one where Vince Young destroyed USC.
USC, that's right.
All of my cool old Miami stuff is basketball merch. So wrong show.
I got some good.
We have gone through on buckets.
Mel.
No, we haven't gone through my T-shirt collection on buckets.
No, we have gone through your physical memorabilia.
That's where we found this. 2012, 2013.
Look, Dono's watching. What is happening?
Yeah,
hey, Dono.
watching. Why wouldn't Dono be watching? Dono's OG. He's an OG 6-ring Canes.
Oh,
Dono needs to come on.
Basketball season.
Yeah, you don't miss any of us. You just come on here to say "Miss you, hoodie girl." Unbelievable.
Look, I'm getting you views. Oh, there you go, Blue.
There you go.
Look, Josh, you got an exclamation point.
Keep it going, Dono. Keep it going.
3 more people.
He's about to get banned for the show if he doesn't do the next one. That's it.
You better say the last
ban
name,
this account.
Dono.
Permanently banned.
There it is. There it is.
Remember the
I'll tell
time
you
you
what,
actually shut off our show?
Banned this user from the network.
Hey, Vish, I will tell you this about Dono. He was the first one to pronounce your name right.
Because I've known Dono forever.
I mean, we had you on as a guest.
Dono back on the show.
Yeah.
Gotta bring him
I
back
couldn't
on the
believe
show.
it. I said, "Oh my
Dono,
God!" I said,
me and
"That's why they
Dono
call him
are
Vish."
Dono, we're available for Locked On whenever you want, man. I know you're doing some awesome stuff over there. You're doing some great stuff with the Dolphins with Ethan. I don't know how you deal with Ethan on a daily basis, but you're doing it. So, bless your heart on that one.
Me and Dono were on campus together at Miami for 3 years. He was the year before me, and we never crossed paths.
Yeah, I think
Because he was always in his mom and dad's office over there. So he's.
Oh man, Donald, love you, buddy. Love you. Thanks for.
I met Dono at QAM. Like, God, that must have been more than 10 years ago at this point. Jesus.
I walked the halls. I walked the halls of QAM with Donald for a couple of years. So
there you go.
I
Apparently I'm the baby of the
Final
group.
Four run on his show in the beginning of February that year.
That's right.
Just saying. There's internet proof.
Oh well, we should have had Dono pick his picks.
He's got 12-0. Come on, he's a smart guy.
Yeah,
Dono, put it in the chat. What's your prediction? Your record prediction for the Canes?
Here's what I will say while Dono writes it on there, guys. It's fun. I mean, DJ mentioned it earlier. 16-0. Yeah, he included playoffs and everything, baby. That boy.
Wait, if we go, it will be 15 though, right?
What's that, Vish?
Do you play 16 games if you're in the?
I think you do, yeah, right?
Yeah, 12, 13.
You have the championship game, and then you've
14, 15. Yeah, 16 would be the championship.
Right.
Wait, would we get a bye or no? Would it? Is
Well, you
it
still have to
middle
play
through
the
bye?
ACC title game.
I
So
guess
that's
it depends. I guess it depends on where you sit. Yeah, but either
all
way.
right.
Yeah, it's been a
As
fun
you were
time.
saying, DJ, as you were saying earlier today, happy anniversary to the crew. We can call the OG Six Rings Canes crew. It's been awesome. I can't believe we're doing this for the 5th year already. Talking smack and talking Miami Hurricanes football, baseball, basketball, everything. It's been an awesome ride.
Yeah.
And this has been probably the best year yet. I mean, look at what's coming down the road for this Hurricanes team from a roster perspective, from a team perspective. This might be I don't want to say as good as it's gonna get, but as good as it's been for a while now for Miami Hurricanes football. So let's enjoy it. Let's lock in. Let's really take advantage of it. And let's hope that we can get to the national championship, and all of us can be there together. Well, I don't give a shit how much money we got to spend on that one.
It is a home game if we get there. So
yeah, well then we don't have to spend much. We're all staying at Vish's new apartment.
Championship game is at Hard Rock Stadium this year.
Miami in January sounds nice.
Vish and Mel live really close to each other, so we can just we can figure something out to have just people staying everywhere.
Oh yeah, my 700 square foot 1-bedroom apartment will fit a lot of people.
Hey, listen, we've done more with less before in my lifetime. I'll tell you that much. But you got a balcony, Mel?
Huh?
You got a balcony?
Yeah.
All right, we'll tie DJ to just in case he throws himself overboard while he's sleepwalking or something. We'll tie him to it so he doesn't do that.
Sleep rolling off the balcony.
Nice breeze in January. You get a nice breeze out there, right? So you're nice. It's Miami weather. So no,
I can't wait to fund the Miami economy in as many ways as possible. If they win, I'll be funding. There'll be an economic boom with my party, and if we win the national championship, I'll say that.
You want to know how cramped my apartment is? This is my bed right here.
Oh, nice. Well, and I just want to finish off by saying that I really appreciate everybody. Everybody does an awesome job on the show. 5 years, and we're getting ready to start the season. I wanted to do it now before we got into next week, because next week is kind of hammering out Notre Dame and
Notre Dame preview
week by week. So you guys are awesome. I love you all.
Blue DJ, you have thanks, Jazz. I was about to tell a joke, but that was like a serious.
As I get older, I get sentimental, man. So I start doing this stuff.
Yeah, no, appreciate you all. Blue DJ, you're on notice. You have 1 week to back away from picking Notre Dame, because we do game predictions also. So you could put right what went wrong this week. You can really think about it. You got a moment to contemplate and really think through. Did I really think Notre Dame was going to win? You can change it next week. So
I'm used to being the white elephant in the room, and I'll stand by it.
DJ, I don't want to hear that crap anymore from you. All right?
Yeah, at least we're a Red Sox fan. At least we have that,
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ's fan.
Yeah, my fan. Out of all the things they could have seen in Boston, Melissa said, "Damn, I wish we could have seen your fan." Never mind Faneuil Hall. Never mind the old.
Man, it's a famous fan. Are you kidding me? That Blues fan also. When we go to Blues house, we gotta go over there, Blue, and just hang out by your fan. Look at that thing; it's working.
I told
visiting
DJ
the
next
Blue
time I'm
Museum.
up there, I want more.
Blues fan, everybody. Blues fan.
Jazz, I teared up walking into Fenway. I know you'd appreciate
awesome.
that.
No, don't even. The minute I do that, I'm gonna be such a sissy pants Johnson when I do that. It's gonna be crazy.
More than you are now.
Yeah, way more than I am now.
Hey,
we showed up. We're like, we're going to cheer for
look at all my jerseys in the
out 3
back.
times.
Nice.
He probably had the worst weekend of his career, Roby.
My Marshall Falk jersey, my Mets jersey, my David Wright jersey.
Get lost in Blues house. Look at that. Unbelievable. All right, people. Well,
All right.
thank you again. And you got
my Mets pennant, my Marlins pennant, my UNLV
so cool.
pennant.
Yo, this is
my
extra
copy,
content
Mister.
technology.
How about those bets, huh?
All right. We'll see you later.
All right, guys.
Hey, they won the Little League World Series last night.
Yeah, they did. See you guys next Monday for preview of the
Notre Dame week.
Yeah, let's be Notre Dame week, baby.
Let's
From
go,
here on
baby.
out. Let's go.
All right.
You guys. Have a good night, everybody.
The 6 Rig Kane Show. The 6 Rig Kane Show. The 6 Rings Kane Show. You know.